Newbee's turn to ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Newbee's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Liquid's turn to ban. Newbee's turn to ban.
Welcome back, everybody. Game number 2 in our final series of the group stage here. It is a Liquid against Newbee, and game number 1 was a really interesting one, drafting-wise, but also these two kind of juggernauts of Dota facing up against each other.
Definitely. These are two titans, if you will, and of course the first game we saw a more stable, typical type of lineup by Newbee that played out really well for them. And over on the side of Liquid, they tried something. They tried something a little bit crazy, a little bit wonky, and it was hard to execute. They didn't really catch their rhythm. They went a little bit too greedy when they only killed Ogre, went into Roshan as a result, thinking, okay, we got 1 kill, we're going to try Rosh. Then they got backstabbed and completely destroyed. Lost 4 heroes, lost the Aegis over to the enemy Omni Knight, and the momentum was gone from there.
SE Storm was suddenly all like picking up pace, like, cool, I've got this item, I've got Kaya, I've got Orchid, I've got Bloodstone. He's like, okay.
He had that like 20, I don't even know, 26 minutes or something. He had Bloodstone, Kaya, and Orchid. That's very, very early timing. I'm going to check out exactly how fast he got it, but yeah.
Yeah, it was super quick. But we see the Bane first pick again, this time over in the hands of Newbee.
24 minutes is when he had his Bloodstone on top of an Orchid and a Kaya. That's very early. Yeah. Anyway, let's not dwell in the past, and definitely hope that Team Liquid are not doing so, because that can definitely punish you. Going into this game, we have the Razor being banned out this time by Team Liquid. Bane gets picked first pick again. So what are we going to see from Team Liquid?
So the heroes
probably Viper.
Maybe so. Start off with an Ancient Apparition. Do you follow this with a Sand King or a... Yes, you do.
Oh yeah, you do. It's a very classic combination, of course, the two of them. Could also go with a, you know, Earth Spirit if you want. Also a strong hero, but...
It's a very Newbee starter for a Liquid draft. This is something that Newbee used a hell of a lot of.
I think most teams have done this at some point. This is just, you know, it's a phase that we all have to go through. Play some AA Sanking. Now, for sure, it's a solid opening that is strong against most things. It doesn't bring too much tower pushing, but it does pretty much everything else to your team. Good supports that are just hard to pick. And then you have the, again, ambiguity of the Sanking with offlane. See what Newbee want to pick second hero here. Too many position 4 heroes remaining if you wait too long. Still, of course,
definitely looking for that Kaka hero. But with Earth Spirit, Tusk, Bounty, all gone. Sand King taken out of the hands of Kaka as well.
Yeah, quite a few being removed here. Are we going to see a 4 or are we going to see a 3?
Yeah. Omni again.
Omni gets taken. Of course, some may see this and ask, why would you pick Omni against AA? There's obviously a harder time healing up your targets, but the Repel is likewise a very good counter initiation against this kind of burst. And against Sand King, really useful to have.
10 seconds remaining.
Heal the Repel.
And gratefully, you know, the Razor was already banned out in the first phase by Team Liquid, so that kind of saves you 1 ban here in the second. Else, Newbee would have to expend that. Now they have 2 bans for him.
And the Viper. And the Viper. Get rid of it.
I think so. I think they will still happily play the Viper if they get the chance here, Team Liquid. Even though it didn't work in the previous game, I doubt that you can pin that on the Viper. It was more about the synergy between the heroes. Already, Liquid showing great synergy in the first 2 picks that they show, though. Soccer gonna get banned out as well. Don't want any of that.
Really, Kaka running out of options potentially here. Getting a little bit difficult for him to find a hero to slot into this position.
It is. We could still see something like a Naga Siren, perhaps, on the position 4. Definitely not completely unheard of, and quite strong at counter-initiating whenever the combo comes out. Peel gonna get banned out from Newbee. Don't want to deal with that one.
Illusions. We picked 2 heroes that just don't. Bane just hate PL. But even Omni, you know, if he gets run down and
it is quite true for Omni. Yeah, quite true for Omni as well. He does have the pure damage, which nice at some point to clear illusions, but he definitely doesn't deal with them on his own. Ooh, that is suggesting that could be mind control on the Caudle as well. Mind control, or of course, see it played over on the. But offlane Caudle is definitely not something you should underestimate. I like the synergy again by Team Liquid. And Team Liquid is one of those teams that can use the recall really efficiently. Because they have a great understanding of how to move across the map. And I've seen them time and time again abuse heroes like they enjoy playing Wisp. It's very similar to that.
It just kind of enables Miracle to play that, you know, one step further than
exactly.
He's allowed to, right?
You can always go the distance, continue one more creep wave, and then be hauled in by your team.
Battle. Newbee with a Nyx, super good against the Keeper of the Light. It's been a while since we've seen the battle of these two, but Carapace against Illuminate, the hunting power of the Nyx Vendetta.
A good reactive pick to Caudle for sure. And yeah, this is pretty much guaranteed then to be the position 4. I don't want to see something like I've seen by some other team.
Mid-Nick. It feels almost fortunate for Newbee. They're like struggling to find a 4 role, and then Liquid pick the Caudle and it's like, oh, Nyx is good. That's
true. It kind of worked out for them in the end. Well, sometimes the position 4 counter pick is smart because that is, after all, the hero that's going to be having some of the biggest impact in the early game, and having him be a hero that fits well against the opponent's lineup is not a bad idea. Looking like a game where they could definitely play TA, by the way. TA over there.
The more TAs. How many games? We've had 4?
It's been 4 or 5 games. Yeah, it's been a few. It's definitely not been bad in this tournament. I'm just looking towards the fact that Bane doesn't have too much of a counter. He has the Enfeeble, of course. Omni, really bad against TA. Nyx, quite bad against TA. And then you have Sanking Stun on your team. Doesn't look too bad to me. But they also have the potential to bring in some Caudle combinations, right? They can play heroes that want mana. Even though there's a Nyx on the enemy team, you could go in and play some brave stuff like Storm. It's not out of the question.
How are they going to be laning against the Omni Knight? Maybe AA +1 dual lane and then like Caudle.
I think there's going to be a Luna or something. Strong safe laner paired up with the AA.
It has to be really strong, right? DK looks like he'll head towards mid. Could switch around. We've definitely seen safe lane and off lane Dragon Knight.
I think he might be safe lane in this game. The AA, Dragon Knight, and Sand King seem a pretty strong combination. Okay, so they have the Vendetta Infest. Quite annoying to play against. Very nice against the AA, Sand King, and even the Caudle. I think Lifestealer fares pretty well against a lot of these heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
The Dragon Knight, of course, could be a little bit of a reason why they picked it.
So mid hero for Newbee remaining, and likely the mid for Liquid, right? You're expecting this DK to...
Yeah, they could pick either a carry or a mid. But, again, the flexibility is returning. I think Gyrocopter would also not be a bad pick for Team Liquid, but I don't enjoy him so much against Bane. He suffers a little bit more than other heroes against the Enfeeble, it just feels like. When he stands there and wants to deal all the flak cannon damage, and suddenly he has, you know,
wastes the cooldown.
Some level 20 talent, Bane enfeebling him, and he's just tickling everyone.
Good. Another option I just want to throw out there is like a Chaos Knight. If you have the DK mid and then the Sand King off lane, you can go like CKAA. Have some way to zone the Omni Knight out of lane. Even though he's got Repel, it's quite a long downtime between duration and the cooldown.
Definitely an option. They don't have too much AoE right now on the side of Newbee. That's their big weakness.
And
so
Lifestealer struggle.
They could play towards something that either is along the line of CK with the illusions, or maybe even
Terrorblade?
Yeah, maybe even TB. Could be strong. We've seen Lifesteer work quite well against it with the evasion build, but overall Lifesteer struggles against the high armor of TB. But Newbee have to pick first. Newbee are the ones who will have to show cards, and you know, that is, like we've covered before, the most important pick. Save for last so that you can counter your opponent. Will Newbee grab here?
Ban out the anti-mage. Don't want. You know, you were talking about the split push, the ability for Miracle to just go that one extra wave. AM, a key hero there, and there is the Storm Spirit. For Newbee, nice carrier for the Infest Bombs. Alongside the Nick Assassin, you've got the Repelled Storm.
Very nice ones, but there are really good stunts on the side of Team Liquid, especially if they get the Blink Dagger on Dragon Knights. There's, you know, instantaneous stunts from DK and Sanking with AA to follow up. Even Mana Leak can be annoying. It's not going to be easy, but if anyone can make it happen, it's SCCC, his player. Now, though, with a counter pick, we saw EA against
You really want it, hey?
I do. I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty easy game if you play it.
I'm crossing my fingers.
All right, thank you.
Fingers crossed for the TA.
Visual confirmation on that as well.
Visual confirmation. I could switch the scene to the camera, but we've turned the lights off, and I
have eyes on the target. So yeah, I'm definitely calling the safe lane DK and mid TA. Let's go. Are
you still sold on the potential off lane for the light?
I think yeah, that's what they should be doing, but kind of hard against the Lifesteer, I guess. We'll see. Oh, gets it!
Alright, well, I mean, I'm muting my mic, I'm off, I'm gonna go get lunch.
Alright.
It's the Waka.
I'm gonna talk about it at length.
It's the Waka show from here on out.
At length. No, I'm just glad that they, you know, think the way that I do. Or, because that means that at some point I think the way they do, and that means I am not
You're on their level, or on they're on your level?
Wouldn't go as far as that, but at least, you know, we have similarities the way that chimpanzee and me have similarities as well, alright?
Genetic structure is similar.
Exactly.
Alright then. So, TA, good for the reasons you're saying, you know, matches up nicely against
honestly,
these heroes.
Now I can elaborate more why I was spamming it, right? So I'm just gonna say that they pretty much have no refraction burn in their team. They don't have any single fast damage instance, and that is a very, very annoying thing when you play against TA. On top of this, we've seen the matchup before, the TA versus Storm. TA can easily get in control of that lane. Earlier we saw level 7 TA against level 5 Storm, and that's without the TA getting any form of help in laning stage. So pair these things together with the fact that now you have kind of a nice dual carry situation with a lot of damage from DK, a lot of damage from TA. I think it just fits their draft beautifully. I'm completely on board with a Team Liquid win, and we're going to game 3.
Very good, very good. Down with that as well. So Miracle, TA starts off with one circlet. Double tangos given across to him.
It's against the Storm.
The Remnant spam.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite worth. Still gets quite a bit of stats with this. So I prefer this build over the Wraith Band if you're going to go against the Storm. And we'll see some movements here. Everyone kind of running into each other here. We have Kaka being spotted out by Miracle. Bottom, I believe that Matumba Man and KP saw each other as well.
The line's being drawn there by the Omni. Scribbling away, saying, hey, look, Liquid have a ton of people up top.
This
Very
scribbles.
careful.
Don't feed first blood.
Got what? Level 1 Nightmare into Impale. They've got open wounds from Lifestealer, but it definitely feels like Liquid here with a Burrow Strike and a Cold Feet, or
they
a chilling touch they've got moving forward.
They have to respect it. They have to give up this Earth. Bounty Rune is not going to be theirs. Kaka, he wants to try with a stun, but I doubt that you can secure this one with the chilling touch. It's simply too powerful.
Mind Control just bull rushes him, charges forward.
My man losing a bit of HP, but he has 9 more tangles to go, so he doesn't really care too much.
How are the lanes matching? KP...
Seems like AA is going to start out mid and help out there. Likewise, we have the Bane starting out mid as well, so probably going to see the Enfeeble on TA, and then just AA trying to make sure any farm can go down. The duo off lane of Sanking, along with the support Coddle of GH. GH Coddle, of course, quite legendary, so maybe foolish of me to think he wouldn't play it.
So bringing the salve across for the Miracle TA. So bottom lane DK against Omni, but mid is where we're really going to watch here. I don't think We want to look away from this mid lane as a Sideblade splash from Miracle already a good job against Faith, chipping away at that HP total.
Yeah, and he went with the Brain Sap, a little bit more focused on trading hits, but that does leave TA with all of her damage intact, so still able to get CS quite easily.
Storm at 3 and 2. TA now looking to try and catch up.
She really needs level 2 before she can do anything on this situation. Everyone else is pretty much as strong as they're going to be on level 2 anyway. They're not going to get a lot stronger. Whereas TA, she needs Refract super badly.
Hiroki still leeching a bit of experience here, chipping away at Faith with a right click, but Storm Spirit doing a great job holding back these waves, get the deny on the ring. Oh, splash. Gets the creep killed in their favor.
Top. Very aggressive farming here by Team Liquid, going in with double deny under a tower. Mind control. Takes a little bit of damage, but completely worth. Meanwhile, Newbee did a pull. PH tried to stop it, couldn't quite. He's gonna get 3 creeps though with that nuke.
Oh, big. And a range creep.
Oh, little bit
low
too
roll.
weak. Kaka gonna have that deny. We now have 15 seconds until the bounty runes. This is when the teams start calling. Control the bounties, control the bounties.
It's rune time.
Yeah.
It's like as you alt spam on the clock.
Yep, sure.
Nearly 2 minutes. Burrow strike in.
He has the caustic finale. This could be annoying for Kaka, but instead, Mind Control gonna go for the rune. And Kaka not gonna be able to take the other one, so double rune going the way for them. And on the bottom, we have a hasted Superman flying ahead here. I love that animation.
So 5 out of 5 runes for Liquid there at 2 minutes.
That's true, 5 out of 5. Quite the rune pickups.
So yeah, Kaka here with a 0-1-1 build. Carapace against the Illuminate, against the Burrow strike is super nice. But the mana burn, he's kind of just chipping away at GH, trying to force clarity, force Chakra Magic.
Yeah, he's doing a good job as well. He stops it once again there. This is lowering the impact of the Caudal in lane by a significant amount. Still, Lifesteer is probably going to be left alone here as the Nyx should maybe do a pull or maybe run back to base even already.
Mid lane, Faith. Taking a chunking here, but Miracle doesn't really have the chase to be able to catch up. SC has dragged the wave all the way back towards the tier 1.
You gotta be mindful about those chilling touch slows. The slow on AA's third skill is a little bit surprising sometimes. You don't always think about it and get yourself caught out of position.
It's such a low duration one, but it's just that instant, oh wait a second, I've been...
Instant and repeated, you know,
stumbling
over and over, you're just...
Banana skins on the floor.
Yeah. It ain't good.
Mugi comes across. Sees what Mind Control is doing here, but again, like you said, level 2 course pick up now for Mind Control as he really does trying to lay in on this melee versus melee lane.
Yeah, we saw Moo playing offlane Sanking and doing a similar thing. We went max caustic finale in a game. It really can be hard to lane a dual melee lineup against this.
Oh, hello, Nightmare. The Miracles, Templar Assassin, but has the refraction to walk away from the rest of the damage. Unable to capitalize on that initiative. Faith.
Quite able to kill that. It's tough when you don't have the refraction pops.
Yeah.
Bottom, quite a bit of pressure on this Dragon Knight. He's not having the easiest time CSing here. Of course, the DGNR gives that minus attack speed, so that can be frustrating. But
some good CS under the tower though, but still 17-7 for KP against the 13-1 of Matu. Omni Knight coming out on top pretty nicely in this lane.
He definitely is, and he is favored in this matchup for sure. But once he gets his face boots, it's going to be even harder for this Dragon Knight to get the level of farm he wants. Other than that, I must say everyone is sort of getting decent amount of farm in this game. No one is really struggling that much.
Same as game 1, right?
One thing to point out though, the Storm Spirit is just about hit level 4 and TA is almost level 5. So there is a level advantage. And that's because TA was left alone a little bit more and Bane stuck around it a bit longer.
Oh, Kaka top lane. It's going to get popped by the caustic, isn't it? It's level 2. The Illuminate won't quite grab Kaka. The HP regen of Nyx. The HP regen of Nyx. The turnaround with a stun. Kaka, you god.
He levels up from the creep dying, gets the stun, and then stuns back. Wow. That was so close to first blood. So close to taste it, but...
If he was like any other 4-roll hero there, he probably dies. But Nyx with 5 HP regen a second. 5.5.
Yeah, he stays alive in that situation.
Mind Control in with the Burrow Strike and Illuminate. Mugi sidesteps. But the open wound's out now. Faith doesn't have any reveal, so he can just stand.
Faith doesn't really have anything. He has 5 tangos to his name. That's about his riches. And mid lane, we're starting to see what happened in the previous matchup as well, that PA is getting control of the lane. Around level 5, it is really tough for a Storm, even with the Arcane Rune. He's doing his best though to spell farm.
And then you have that kind of the snap moment when TA hits 6, right?
Oh, the TA bottle refill, or TP, not TA. Almost died on top lane, but he managed to walk out of it. He got nightmared up, and they tried to right-click him a little bit. He'll be fine for now, though.
So with Miracle hitting 6 after, what, 2 or 3 creep, is there going to be a TP here from Liquid to utilize the traps control?
I don't think you need to rotate there is the bigger thing. Just keep putting pressure on the lifestealer, keep him down, and in return, he is going to farm quite easily anyway. And by putting pressure on the enemy safe lane, it will be harder for them to mess with the Templar Assassin. So I think that's the better approach. Because it easily happens that you start going mid trying to help someone, and then everyone goes mid. Being shoot away.
Kaka, he hit it like 2 or 3 times, did no damage, and is like, wait, this is an illusion. What's happening here?
Yeah,
Faith gets hit with a cold feet and the burst strike. Beautifully done by Liquid, securing first blood. Again, exact same time pretty much as game 1.
That's
between
true.
6 and 7 minutes.
I believe, yeah, almost on the second. It was very close. Same time. That is the first blood going the way of GH Caudle, and he is a remarkable player on Caudle. He knows exactly his way around that hero. So he's gonna go for Force Staff first into Aghanims. Already has his entire build played out. So there's a big stack there.
2 points in Illuminate going to be used now to try and focus on Mugi, but MC, again, just a little bit too short on the Burrow Strike. Mugi
they're gonna farm it together now. Zanking is moving over. They're gonna try and take this stack. They have a ward seeing it on Dire, but I don't think they can make it there in time. It all just dies instantly.
Illuminate, Burrow Strike, level 2 Caustic. And now the Sandstorm. Mugi moves forward and looks for Kuro. Nice open wounds into Rage will allow the Lifestealer to shift forward, but the stack has gone. And now Mugi is all alone. Stunned up, running back, has Infest and 9-1 charges, so unlikely to die. Still pressure on Mugi.
He did what he could in terms of punishing them for taking the stack. He at least took some of the experience. But with 4 heroes there, he didn't really get a big piece of the cake. It doesn't share like 50-50 between teams. It shares between the number of heroes who are there, so he got a small piece of the pie.
The bounty rune. He grabs it up.
Oh, he's coming with the Hellcaller.
Dukin.
There's Raindrops.
Raindrop pop.
Too exciting.
Raindrop pop again. Mugi. Oh, he jumps out looking for
KP
Kuro.
is giving the rundown on Matimba Man under a tower bottom. He's giving him quite the chase, but he's salved up around the tree line. Still though, KP punishing, and SCCC is down here. He wants to dive in as well. They could definitely get this kill, but counter TP, so they will.
So entertaining watching these super high-level players and kind of team play around them as well. But they're like poking and prodding. There's no like real commitment. It's just like, is there a weakness here? Is there a weakness there? They're just looking for these openings.
You have to search, and look at how he TP'd top as well. Now gonna enable with a stun here, trying to deal some damage. But he wants to start pushing a tower, because if he TP'd just straight back to base, then he would concede too much control. Zanking now switching down to bottom lane, and we have a little bit of a role reversal.
Storm down bottom against Mind Control. Mid is Miracle's TA. Being behind the tier 1, but unable to cap the Nyx Assassin. Already a trap in the trees, though, to watch out for any hiding heroes or
Look at the wards of Dire. It's pretty interesting. They're triangulating the mid lane, but they're not shutting her down because they don't have the tools to do so. So the wards, they don't really matter that much if you're unable to do anything against her anyway.
Is that blocking the stack?
I believe there is blocking, yeah.
Looks like
it definitely looks like it. Sometimes it can look strange in Dota, so...
Yeah.
But the majority of it seems to be inside the box.
Regardless, there's a nice little D-ward from Kuro. These ancient, but yeah, Newbee really keeping tabs on Miracle, right? Trying to see where the TA is at all times, but he hasn't left the lane. Permanently in this mid lane, shoving out into tier 1. No one is here to stop him.
As a result, he's getting this tier 1 tower very early. It's about to go down, and they need to move more heroes in here. Thank you with the ulti.
Kaka. He will drop.
Mid lane, they're bringing in the Lifestealer. Can they bring down this TA? It would be a massive kill if they can get it.
Fraction is still there. Matumba Man arrives, and so does GH. They're low on mana.
God.
KP. Oh, the splashback from the side blades. KP's dropping low, and Miracle goes in with a Maelstrike. Now the GA arrives. Mugi has to turn and fight, but the refraction after the wand. Miracle stands tall in this middle lane.
Yeah, still really strong. No way that they could really kill him there when his team is behind him, protecting him. making sure nothing goes wrong. And that was a lot of rotations towards mid for both teams, but I think Radiant are coming out on top with the way that worked out.
And now it is stack time. Miracle, Treads, Lightstone.
Doing the same thing here, trying to hit the golems when he's doing the pullback. As long as they, whatever is closest to you, it's obviously nice, but you can see the majority of his right clicks are going towards the golems. They have less armor. And, gonna be a pretty clean ancient farm.
Yummy. What does that push him up to? One of the Mithril Hammers, that Desolator over half done. When that stack is all completed. Moogie, how are we looking for him? Armlet is nearly complete, just the Gloves of Haste missing. Kaka pops Invis, Vendetta up at top, Mind Control dies down at bottom, but Newbee setting up for a go here onto GH. Kaka.
They should be able to bring him down.
2-man stun, no,
misses the stun.
GH is going to duke away, he's speedy, he's a man on a horse, but the Infest has long enough range to catch a final bit of damage now as Faith dies mid lane, defending tier 1. TP from
the TA.
It looks a bit weird without the side blades there, but we'll move forward and stun onto Kaka. Miracle focuses a hit onto KP, but it's time to run a little bit here, I think, because Matuma Man overstepping his bounds. Kaka, carapace up with a man. Now, takes down Matuma Man.
They're so tanky. The ALD.
Moogie gets just out of range. The burst strike lands, and look at him go. A nice purification from KP will keep him up and running for a little bit longer, but Miracle just relentless. Unstoppable damage coming through.
He is unstoppable and relentless, but he can't quite bring them down. They have a little bit too high armor, and he does not have the Desolator yet. So fighting here, I think maybe he should just have kept farming the stacks, but now they're going to try and take a tower or get something more out of this. But this is looking pretty hard to pressure the Dire here. They're pretty strong under... Going behind, going on Sanking.
Fought MC, but he's got a Burrow Strike after Sandstorm to get a bit of distance there. And
unfortunately, he used his Spiked Carapace very early. If he waited maybe a little bit and then ran on top of him with the Spiked Carapace, perhaps we could prevent
Mafu denies out tower from Storm as SC goes for the zip TP. Feeling a little bit unsafe down at bottom lane. Kuro will pair up and try. Get a bit of farm here on the Dragon Knight. Treads, Soul Ring, moving into drums. He's lacking a little bit, it feels like Mafu, but...
He definitely is. He didn't have the easiest laning stage, but he's recovering, I suppose, running back to the lane and just farming away.
Miracle focusing on finishing that Deso, of course.
Oh, he's not going to be recovering so easily. He does not have TP ready, and here comes the gank. First they send out the Lifestealer. Meanwhile...
Kaka is like, I'm staying invis until the last second.
Yeah, Castile last hit as well. For that.
Mid lane Faith dies to the rest of Link.
The Blink Sand King used the ulti actually to commit that kill.
Again on Storm, but SC zips forward, aggressively looking for a play to make here on Kuro. He ready with a Purification Bomb if required, but Miracle arriving means that they have to kind of...
He may have been able to get that kill, but it would be so risky for Storm to go in.
He'd burn like all of his mana for an AA, right?
Exactly, he would use every single point of mana just to go in, and then maybe TA would be able to kill him. Scary situation. TA is now 100 gold away from the entire Desolator.
Pottle has 4 staff and 1,000 gold.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the big stories as well. Look at him farming. Efficiency going on here. Killing the creep wave. Lane at Sand. Sand King coming in.
One controls like, nah, mate.
Knew what he was doing as well.
Mid lane, hello,
really wrapping around.
Coming in, Costal TPs, Miracle hiding in the trees, the Fiends grip in onto Matu, as Storm zips back and forth, trying to get out of danger, but Matuma Man is still alive. Kaka needs to get in here.
GH saving him, and now counter initiation.
One controls in, but the GA, that will be really nice for the disengage of Newbee. Ice Blast crosses the river and will land onto a couple of Newbee heroes. MC has a blink stun. Who can he target? He jumps in. The vision they've got on the Omni Knight is looking good. No repel for 18 seconds, and with Matu's stun, this should secure a kill here onto the...
Still want to fight this though. Everyone going in?
Cancelled.
Oh, they're backing out.
Kaka's thinking about going now onto Miracle. Refraction ends. Or a strike onto Faith. Now the Storm zipping forward. A nice mana burn onto the Sand King. Secures that kill. Liquid, have you ever stepped here to sleep onto this little old Templar Assassin? But Kaka dies to the big Illuminator GH. Showing off the strength that he's got as the Deso damage onto the Centaur.
Run, Centaur Conqueror.
Stomp.
You're a conqueror.
Felt pretty even, honestly, but ends up being a net worth win there for Newbee.
It was a good fight for Liquid in the beginning, but then they got a little bit out of position with Mind Control, along with the AA as well. Two of them just got a little bit deep when they tried to ward up. AA got the ward down, but I wonder if they didn't realize that that's what he was doing.
Stays alive through it all though, right?
He did.
102, 110 CS.
The big story, how strong he's getting, and Caudle also surviving.
C gone on by MC and GH, but they are unable to kill him. Still on about 300 HP after the epicenter and stun.
So I only recently started really thinking about the implications after you do that. Like, what happens after that failed gank? It's still forcing the Storm to run all the way back to base. If you're paying attention to him right now, it's going to take a long time before he gets there. And he has to bottle up and start healing. And then, well, he could TP out to a lane, but then he doesn't have TP ready. So he's probably going to have to ball lightning, bottle a little bit, and run a little bit. And then he gets to a lane. It takes a very long time. So he uses the TP. Now he's not going to be ready to go if there's something happening bottom or top. Even a failed kill attempt can still be quite successful, is what I'm trying to say.
Some kind of reaction from your opponent, or just removing efficiency. Play Kaka. I think Matu knows something's happening, that they're pinging and like, hey, there's a guy here, but Kuro's the one that gets found out.
He didn't get the memo. He died.
Storm Spirit?
Oh no, he's rude.
Louise, that is super dangerous.
We've got to watch out. Those Prowlers, they will take any chance they get.
Oh, enemy hero? Yes. Don't mind if I do. I'll root you up.
Root you up, chase you down.
Moogie going in here. The Burst Strike does catch KP in the back end.
TA
The damage
dying.
coming in onto the TA. No refraction. Now it comes up. Low HP, but Miracle gets out. GH can turn this one around with a grip onto Matu, not killing him off, but finally the damage will arrive. Moogie and Kaka secure it. A big Illuminate across 3 or 4. Chunk of damage onto the Newbee squad.
Still no mana leak, though, unfortunately, so not that strong at chasing right here.
Great
nice
stun.
double stun. And the A ulti is going to connect onto his Sanking, and they will burst him down.
Smoogie thinking about going on MC. No reveal again means that Newbee cannot
They've been a little bit sloppy
capitalize.
about that, not carrying enough protection on anyone. Right now, they don't have a single dust on any of their heroes, and I think they need to start being ready for Mind Control doing that. So often he gets away with just blinking in, stunning, and then, oh, I'm fine because Sandstorm.
But how close was that attempt on Miracle, right? Drop him to like 150 HP.
Extremely close for sure.
And he's like, one refraction, snap, snap. I'm back in fighting form.
Yeah, exactly. He's back and he's farming. He's got his Blink Dagger after this one camp. Of course, we're spending a lot of time talking about it. It's not even about my personal preference about TA. This is just the most important hero right now. She's going to scale and become a monster. The Blink on Sanking along with the Blink on TA, that is a kill potential that's able to bring down anyone on the side of Newbee.
With GH Castle, Aghanims is 1,400 gold away. He just continues farming like a madman. And this
Now
is gonna
with
give them
Mana
so
Leak.
much. Now with Mana Leak, yeah, you're right.
Get yours now.
So that's going to give them heals onto the Dragon Knight, onto the TA when they're pushing forward. Will stop situations like we just saw. Going to give you the global presence. The vision for the Sand King to catch people as well is going to be huge.
The level 15 talent for Caudle is one of the best as well, I think, in the game. 350 cast range. When he has so many active things, you tend to buy active items as well, like the Force Staff he already has.
Hex later on.
Yeah, Hex, any single item later on. I've even seen the Meme Hammer on Caudle just because of the long cast range, and it can honestly work wonders.
We've seen a bunch of like Ether Lens Caudle into like Meteor Hammer, then a Cypher Vice.
You can push from so far away with that.
Miracle, melded, hiding and waiting.
Yeah, it's the two heroes that we mentioned. They want to sit and try to create a kill. I think they might be more successful after he shows himself here on Miracle. Someone will come up here. And even Storm could die with AA ulti coming in, or with Sanking ulti. Okay,
do they have vision of this? I don't think Liquid...
No, they didn't see me yet. They saw him just now.
Now Bane will spot and walk away.
Always a matter of who spots who. If he takes one step too close there, Sanking will just pounce in and he will be dead. Meanwhile, AA getting a little bit of level on mid, getting some love. Gonna go with the 60 GPM talent. One of the worst talents in the game, but still, it's
money.
It's giving you something. At the point that Kuroki is at, 60 GPM seems pretty good.
Almost a ward a minute.
Almost a ward a minute. That's the way you have to see it.
Yeah. I can't remember who taught me that, but it's like, that's the way you look at supports GPM talents.
Well,
it's like, it's a voice. Oh, nice smoke pop, Kaka.
Smoke breaking.
No reveal?
Not have any form of reveal. Well, the worst GPM talent ever was the level 15 silencer one. 60.
Oh, it's still 16.
On 15.
Oh,
that was such a bad talent. Man, Kaka is keeping track of them here. Throwing them to his team, but they can't quite get the point of initiation here. They're trying with the Infest Bomb. Obviously, they have Bloodstone on Storm now, so he wants to get some charges going.
They have one sentry mid for Liquid, but Kaka's very, very nicely dancing around it.
He is. He is. He's doing a great job. Even soaking up some of the experience over here.
Newbee desperately want to get in here. They want to go fight. They've smoked themselves up. Kaka's vendetta has ended, so he's going to walk back. But the rest of the team undecisive about what they're doing. Now they've drawn the line towards Roshan. They've not seen Liquid in a few seconds. Maybe a little bit worried about what's heading their way as a sentry gets placed down, immediately taken out by Miracle as mind control in. Now the zip forward. SE repelled up. He's going to zip back again to the other side, focusing down onto the TA with a big stun coming through. Mind control's going to get taken out here, surely. No! Turn around! Three-man burrow, but two-man kills off SE. And KP's fallen as well. Newbee, what's happened? Just one play from mind control has turned everything on its head.
Yeah, that along with the damage from Illuminate, they're now trying to kill Kuro, gonna get him quite quickly here. But Matumba Man is scary. Infest running away inside the Nyx.
Dear me. Faith nearly dead. Mind control's having another little fight here, but SC back in battle, looking for the GH Coastal. One more hit is all he needs. He'll zap forward and get that final touch as Matumba Man, full HP, full mana, with mind control ready to blink stun, could think about going in onto SC again.
Would be massive to kill him twice in the same fight, get that Bloodstone charges away. But they killed him once at least. Came back. Some retribution. But that was a very closely matched fight. Good Fiend script by the Bane, who managed to stand in the outskirts and still reach the TA. Very clumped up fight though, which is hard against AA, Caudal, and Sanking. The three of them had massive impact. Even the Dragon Knight did quite a bit of work there.
Yeah, like Nyx had a really sick two-man Impale, and then Mind Control's in with a three-man Epicenter, two-man Burrow Strike, and then another like 3 or 4-man Burrow Strike to top it all off. Everyone just performing very well, executing nicely around this mid lane, but you can feel how tense it is potentially for Newbee here. They're the ones that definitely want to kind of get the job done and go and steal Roshan away from Liquid, because the Aegis, but feels like Liquid's kind of hope and savior this game to really push forward and get the win.
It really is. All eyes are on the Roche pit, and being able to take the Roshan sneakily is what Liquid are hoping for. But I like what they were doing here with Storm, just going down bottom, pushing a little bit. Now they see the TP down bottom by Dragon Knight. Instantly, they go for a smoke themselves again. Infest is going. Anyone who is alone right now will quickly be bursted down. Have a ward, they see the TA farming. Yeah. Likely their targets.
They are not going in blind. They go for the AA. Kuroki is blown up.
That is a good target, actually.
Miracle blinks out.
Takes away a lot of the risk if you get the AA killed first. You can still always heal up with magic ones and not do it as easily.
But Newbee can't seem to do anything from them.
No, and they're now going for the Roshan. Look at this sneaky recall here. They're going to be spotted out by the ward. Barely seeing them. They're not going to be able to take it in time. No Everyone is moving over.
Roshan loses 2,000 HP, and Liquid give up for now as the Carapace comes out from a trap.
Yeah,
was that a trap?
It was a trap. So the way it works is TA is the one dealing the damage. Unlike Techie's Mines, it works different. Oh, Kaka moving in a little bit.
Traps.
Traps everywhere.
Roshan's still being attempted here by Liquid. Miracle in the pit, 3 outside. Kaka moves in again. Carapace up onto another trap, so Miracle does get stunned a touch.
Really awkward Roche attempt here.
This is
such a standoff, and of course the Infest Bomb is ready to be let go any moment if they can go in. Storms could swing over to the west a little bit. If he goes from up north, that could be an easier point of initiation. But in the end, they're gonna back out. So yeah, the way it works is different from the way Techie's Mines work.
Serpent Wards and Plague Wards.
Exactly, they're all their own units, whereas the TA Traps somehow...
symbiotic relationship.
Somehow, yes. Oh, here we go. They're walking up high ground.
They've caught one, but the repel instantly. Kaka turns for the stun, and SC's in with the Infest Bomb. The Guardian Angel's out from KP, and Newbee, they only lose their Bane until Mind Control arrives with a sick epicenter. Kaka, Carapace is back, but he's meld struck and side-bladed down by Miracle's Death OTA, and they're chasing KP. There's no way escaping.
KP gets brought down as well. Liquid really showing the strength of their core heroes right now. They're dealing so much damage. And by core heroes, I'm talking about 4 of them, because that Caudle is doing a lot of work. They focused him entirely, and yes, you did bring him down in the end, but that walk cost.
3 heroes down from Newbee. No Infest. Oh, they've got an Infest Bomb right now, actually. It's just come off cooldown, but they're going to get scouted by a range creep. No, zipping in. Moogie and SC. Out they come. Oh, but Superman dropping reload. The Ice Blast comes through. The Aegis snatched by SC. He's taken it away from them. Liquid, what do you do against this? The Aegis is popped, so SC returns with full HP, full mana. In onto Kuroki. Down goes the Ancient Apparition. And Newbee with that one buyback. Absolutely beautiful stuff.
GHTP's in. Is he going to live here?
Me. Storm zipping forward, looking for more.
He has the Vortex, but he can't quite get the reach. Just barely going to get away. Hasted on TA, but no mana really to speak of, so should be a little bit careful as well. Trapping them as they run away here. He's dealing some good damage to them with the traps. KP, ooh, gets out with Clutch Blink. Another trap, though.
Mana leak onto Moogie. This is obnoxious as fuck, honestly. Just spells everywhere, but they've got Repel and Rage, and they will walk it off.
They managed to get out in the end, and they retained the gem. They still have that. Liquid did not lose that. That was a clutch Aegis steal, though. The Storm was so close to going down to just the AA burst. Beautiful, quick stun by Sanking. As soon as Storm was in there, he's like, yep, you're stunned. So quick.
Now, Liquid still on the front foot. They know there's no Aegis here. Potentially no play for Newbee to make without a Guardian Angel.
I like how Matumbaman practically has no item yet. He's just a Drum Spreads Dragon Knight at minute 27 pretty much. But that doesn't really matter. He's tanky, he carries a stun, and the damage is coming out from his team anyway. He's just being obnoxious there on the front line. They're going to take this tower without creeps, because...
like a wannabe Wraith King, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's just like,
pretty much.
Cast spells on me, let the rest of my team survive, please.
Pretty much.
Big old damage sink to BK.
I think this Ghost Scepter is going to be massive for GH. The survivability he will get from it is really, really big. Caudle won't be able to die to Lifestealer or Storm anymore when he has this.
Kuroki's got one as well himself.
Yeah, I think it's a great read on this game. Getting in on both your supports. Who are they going to target? They're only going on Caudle and AA in every single fight. Of course, they try to kill TA every now and then, but it's going to get harder.
Of course, you're going to have to buy up a Nullifier or something like that. Newbee squad, if you want to try and deal with these Ghost Scepters. Oh, the ward on ward here.
A little bit awkward double ward. Well, double ward by Dire and then a ward next to it as well. So kind of wasted, but they want to just see the high ground, see if they can jump in and get a pick.
Liquid are like, nah, mate.
Nah, mates. We'll come back to D-ward that later.
We push. We push now.
Exactly. There's no stress on Liquid to force the issue. They can also just TP away and push with Dragon Knights without having to worry, since they have the recall if anything happens. They need to get him back here. Meanwhile, NewBee are going to be pretty happy getting another tower.
2 at that. But do get the push out mid and top. Pings come out onto the tier 3 mid. I'm not sure if that was from Newbee saying, hey, Liquid are known for their kind of ballsy high ground shoves. You have to be a little bit worried about TPing back one by one to defend. Liquid. Hardcore as that. Just come in, board up the jungle a touch. Some nice vision down deep in this Newbee side of the map.
Teams looking for whatever they can get right now as Liquid want to slow the game down, get a little bit more farm if they get the Orchid on PA. He's going to be very happy about that since Lincoln's is not yet up.
Super important as well with these wards to try and spot out like smoked infests, Lifestealer into the storm, just kind of get an inkling, a bit of knowledge about what Newbee are planning in the next 30 seconds to a minute or so, and they're trying to de-ward, but there's nothing up here. A little bit further across to this side. Also, these Ob Sentry combos, right? Looking for the Nyx Assassin. Only one of them up there, but they'll start to place down, a ton of sentries on these entry points.
Well, they have that, and then they have the gem on Caudle, so it's quite dangerous for the Caudle or for the Nyx to run in, since the Caudle might always see him. It is nighttime though. Good time for Dire to fight.
So until the day comes around again.
Has a pretty big impact since the vision. Oh, they could lead with a Carapace on the mid. I don't know if they're gonna be able to reach him though. Like, I got stunned, guys.
Sure got me.
Yep.
You've got your Ghost on Kotl. Apparition.
Looking
Miracle.
hard. I don't know how they're gonna burst anyone apart from Miracle. He's the only one who looks like a viable target here for Dire to go on. Depends, of course, on the initiation.
Are you afraid at all about Miracle's build going very kind of damage-based? He's got, you know, defensive item in the Hurricane Pike.
Not quite. Both builds have some merit to them. One big thing that people seem to ignore when looking at builds like this, because obviously an amazing amount of PA. A lot of people are like, I know BKB. Oh, bad. You should have bought BKB. Well, he's going to have a late 10-second BKB later on in the fight. And that has a massive impact. They're now grouping up, moving around here. Could get a really nice initiation, perhaps. They have a read. Oh, they have a ward. This
man. 2-man. Stun into Ice Blast. It catches 3. The GA from KP. He was trying to save his buddies. But now SCC with the Infest back. The catch 1. Looking for the GH Kotl. Get him as well. This is a really balanced fight between the two of them. But KP, the Purification keeps him alive barely through the Miracle. But now the full step forward. Mind controls Epicenter in on top of Newbee. And the deny from the Storm means the Newbee being wiped off the face of the map. One by one, they'll dive in now. But Moogie strong enough to get to the high ground and away from Miracle. But Liquid, that ward, perfect for that smoke movement in.
Such a big thing that they didn't find the D-ward on that Observer and Sentry, so they saw Nyx as well. Beautiful double stun coming in to lead the way with Sanking. A ulti landed perfectly, and of course, both the DK and the TA, well, they're not unhappy to be going on some stun targets and killing them. Easy for them. Regen rune again here for SCC. He does get some nice runes, but he did lose Bloodstone charges in that fight, and that hurts you.
Second time now he's been down to 10.
It's not horrible though. 10 is still manageable. Your mana is still definitely decent. I think once it goes down to 6 or lower, you really struggle to even farm effectively. His mana regen is going to be okay for now. This is starting to get a little bit worrisome. If you're a fan of Newbee, this is not a good spot to be in. Another smoke being purchased by AA here, so towards Liquid to go for a group up perhaps.
When's the next Roche?
They're recalling. They're smoking up right now.
It's a bit over a minute and fast as Roche spawn, but yeah, here comes the smoke from Liquid you were talking about.
Gonna put down a sentry.
Catches.
Sentry is on point. They don't want to attack it, but they know you're there, guys. Nothing to hide. Ping, ping.
You may as well just kill the point.
Yeah, well, just waiting to see if they can find any form of advantage.
Kaka has the gem. Liquid. Anyone just yet spamming sentries dead for this next assassin. Newbee trying to hold their high ground. They need their life stealer to come back. Yeah, he's keeping now towards the tier 3. SC starts things off with a little bit of a chip damage here onto Matu with the help of that repel.
Chip damage won't do much against the Kotl though. He's just repeatedly spamming out the heal. Looking for the Carapace.
Infest bomb in with the Carapace onto Matu. Fiend's Grip expended as well. That's the DK dead. Chase has to secure them more kills. GH goes set the 4-staff TP. Do they have a stun to catch him as he retreats? Yes, they do with the Yules up from Kaka. Very quickly swinging from 1 to 2 to 3. Newbee learning to count with Gary B.
Seems like they got a little bit out of position there with the Dragon Knights and didn't quite have anyone who wanted to go in to try and save him. He was facing the wrong way, so they can't even 4-staff him. That's just going to push him into the enemy team. Of course, otherwise that would be a nice play. They have 3 4-staffs. And after that, the supports are simply not mobile enough to get away from the Storm Spirit as he goes in. But
even with a double damage on Miracle.
Newbee definitely showing some big signs of life here, showing that their lineup is still having some clear combinations.
Going. Got Kaka in front of him, hands over the gem to the Storm.
Went to the jeweler store, picked up a gem.
Lovely, lovely.
Reward yourself.
Miracle, full Bloodstone, and there's the BKB that you were mentioning. Come around.
Bloodstone?
BKB. There!
Yeah,
BKB.
Bloodthorn.
Bloodthorn, Bloodstone, Bloodthorn, Blood.
There's a lot of
BKB,
blood everywhere.
There. But yeah, he's got Bloodthorn.
He's got the bet.
BKB is going to be here before 40 minutes. for Miracle. So it's looking good still for this TA who has died only once this game.
Exactly. If you can get to this point where you're playing without a BKB and you're still able to not die and get this much farm, then this is the better progression, just because you will have that 10-second charges, whereas everyone else is having their charges being expended a bit. Well, technically, Matumba Man still has a 10-second because he didn't get to use it. He just got bursted.
Very true.
Surprised he didn't go for a Blink Dagger build, but I suppose he was so underfarmed he didn't want to tie himself back even more with that. Definitely a strong item for this game.
Oh, big old tank. Oh, he misses. Mind control. No, that's not how you start a fight.
An uncharacteristic mistake by Mind Control.
Matu hit by the exact end of the impale of Nyx. Miracle jumping in now, an epicenter from MC. He does have a Blink Burrow, but Faith, the only hero he catches, a GA quickly out from KP with a Brain Sap to follow. Faith's gonna get hit though by the Ice Blast and Cold Feet, and down he goes as the BKB from Matu looking for Kaka. There's the Carapace and the stun, but Kaka dead. Mind control, Burrow strike back in onto KP and Newbee. They're being picked apart one by one, little by little, as he jumps in though now with the Infested Life to the jumping out. Matu will die, but Liquid they can extract. They can get themselves away this time. GH goes Scepter, 4 staff ready, high ground not available to him, and the stuns are enough to kill off 2.
Well, Kuro though, he's, you know, slippery sliding away. This little AA wants to live. He finds an Invis rune, the best feeling when trying to get away as a support with no items.
But a Roshan steal from Newbee potentially coming out now.
And Roshan is really big for them. If they get this Aegis and Cheese onto Storm, it would be massive. Buyback already being used. A ulti coming in.
Oh, Miracle. He wanted Mugi. Toggles his armlet off. He's got the Repel and the Lincolns on him, but Mind Control's out of mana and out of space to live here. It looks like with the gem drop, Kaka will pick it up. Buyback immediately. Lifestealer did die in the end, so what is this Omni, DK, Sand King, Lifestealer? Everyone's just going ding, 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 spend our money.
Lifestealer made a little bit of a mistake there. He could have infested someone to prevent himself from dying, but he thought that he was going to be fine, I believe, or he tried to get into someone who ran away from him. Not sure which, but in the end did not get his ulti off, and he went down to the AA ulti. They see them. Great ward here for Dire. We've seen what wards can do.
Newbee on the front foot. Zip forward. There we go. Catch Mind Control. No, it's catching the DK. Mind Control. Die back. BKB from Matumba Man. Will it do enough? Mugi's chasing forward. And the Dragon Knight. He's going to run out of duration. He's got no TP and he's getting gripped up by Faith. Newbee swinging in hard and strong as they sweep through Liquid. The diebacks are huge.
2 diebacks right like that. And those are very essential heroes for this lineup as well. They need these stuns to be able to bring anyone down. SCCC going back to defend here as the courier gets sniped. That was the Shivas on the courier recipe only. He could buy a new one, honestly. The recipe is not expensive.
It really isn't. Kotl, nice full staff, drifting away, blinding light.
Still not safe though. He has no other escape, only the Ghost Scepter, but they're gonna stop pursuing as the TA is around. They want back towards the Roche.
Finish this Roshan.
Yeah, I don't want to get distracted. They still have 40 seconds to go on the big stunts.
My hands are off the keyboard and mouse, Wagga. I'm looking at Miracle because...
Yeah, he's the only one who can save this situation for the Radiant.
Don't you know it? Don't you know it?
Oh, I don't know if he wants to go in there. He doesn't have any gold at all. No buyback available. If he dies,
Kuro,
that would be...
He's been found.
Yeah.
He surely dies here to the Vortex.
He gets the grab. And that's one more Bloodstone charge. He's up to 18 again. Who took SEC's Bloodstone charges? He takes them back. TA, no buyback. Do not die.
There's no... Oh, blink, 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 blink,
She does have it. She gets out. He does have the 10 charges as well in Refraction. He is gonna be fine for now. That is some scary moment though.
Baited.
Definitely baited. But unfortunately not going to stop too much.
Well, Roshan's still alive, and DK is respawned, Sand King's respawned.
Yeah, maybe they can contest. They're relocating to take the fight. They're gonna recall in the TA as well in a second. He has 5 seconds cooldown. He can call him soon on Kotl.
There is no Ice Blast. Kaka has a Vendetta in a couple of seconds as well. The Blinding Light tries to buy time. In comes... Oh, look at that. Kaka, you are a freaking god! Mind Control gets absolutely screwed over by the Nyx. Now they move on to Matumba Man. TC.
Oh, GH.
Forward. GH tries to slide down to low ground, but he will be taken out. Dead.
Quickly, they need to react to the bottom lane. There's push already onto their racks here as TA is pushing. She does not have buyback still if they were to somehow close the distance, but she's quite hard to catch. Blink and Force Staff. And we have seen so many pre-stunts on Roshan dying by different teams, just calling it good discipline. And this is finally one of those times where it actually paid off.
Yeah.
He did not have vision of anything that was happening. He just knows that Roshan's very low. The enemy are looking at us with caudal agonyms. And as it was about to die, he stuns and it worked out.
Perfect stuff. We're hitting so many level 25s. It's getting insane now, but a quick rundown of what we got so far. Storm Spirit has got little ball lightning remnants going around everywhere, which is pretty nice.
I believe it still has the bug as well that I first learned from Weeha, I believe. Stalking after TA here, but no one close enough. So there's a bug about this talent that if you level it up while you're already ball lightning and ing, then it's gonna drop all the lightning remnants that you should have dropped in that distance. It's gonna drop towards the end.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure the bug still exists, but I've seen it used by Weeha. I thought it was amazing. Wow. It looks really strong. If you do a super long jump, you just end up having like
20 remnants.
Yeah, 15 or 20 remnants stacked on top of each other. So you can one-shot someone with it, actually.
Dota 2.
Yeah, it's the game of intricate details and weird interactions.
I was wondering for a second, like, what on earth is SC buying with another point booster? But of course, the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep, the Aghanim Scepter is quite strong. He does have the increased duration on the Vortex as well. And honestly, an item that, you know, people kind of frown upon. But if you get that and a Meteor Hammer in your team, it's honestly a sick combo that you can pull off on your own.
5-man.
Yeah, you can kind of build your own black hole, you know? It's a do-it-yourself from IKEA black hole.
Well, what would they call it? Because IKEA has all the funny names.
Oh,
you know?
Probably Martin or something like that.
Bjorn.
Yeah. Tor. Yeah. They always have those beautiful names.
Jävla fitto.
Nice, Vittu.
Vittu. Now is getting into some Finnish neck.
Learning foreign languages with Gary B. So split push is happening down here by Liquid. They're just trying to get whatever they can in terms of farm. TA needs travels next, but you can delay the travels a little bit when you have a caudal in your team. You still definitely want it though. Smoke coming out here from Newbee again. Are they going to be successful in finding anyone?
Does that Ice Blast travel over them?
It did travel over them.
Catches on the neck.
Oh, good GH. He has the blink, has the 4-step, and he's so quick. They don't have a Storm. He's the #1 here for catching stuff.
450 move speed. See ya, boys. Now they turn back, but Arca's caught by a nice Burrow Strike from Mind Control. Blinding Light pushes them away.
Storm coming in. He has Aghanims, he can grab them.
Newbee wants to go forward. There's the Repel and the 2-man Vortex catching both of the supports. SC has trapped them in, but a big epicenter. That's Mind Control in battle, doing damage with a big Burrow Strike as well, and Miracle's BKB going to work. A nice Ice Blast with a dying breath of Kuroki, clearing through 3 of Newbee, and SC is trapped with the Dragon Tail, the stuns from MC, and Miracle's damage. They've got the kill. Moogie goes for the TP with the rage, but the damage output is too good. The Aegis is gone. He's going to die a second time.
He kind of panicked, I think, with that TPing out with very low HP next to them. Now he's just gonna die. That is Miracle.
A 5-man wipe. 6-man wipe with the Aegis.
6-man wipe, you can say. And they only lost the 2 supports. They're quite hard to kill. I feel like Storm going in and trying to grab the supports there, he kills them so slowly though, because there's no blink on the Nyx or any other way for Lifestealer to get in there.
And then the rest of his team trying to catch up.
Yeah, like, massive epicenter landed onto them with a stun. Everyone else just couldn't really follow up. I think Storm needs to try and get one of these core heroes instead, because killing off only the support's not gonna be enough.
And that's gonna be Lane of Rack's bottom, tier 3 middle. SC has respawned, tries to keep them at bay, but Miracle with his Deso Bloodthorn just ripping apart these buildings. There's an AC on the R2 as well.
There was a Storm Spirit in that Rax. Yeah, buyback being used, but it's not really going to achieve anything. They'll continue here. He gets stunned on KP.
Horrible. SC going in. Trying to catch Matsuma Man, but his BKB gives him that nice umbrella of safety. I see running low on mana here. It feels like he's kind of run out of steam as well. As the Impale not landing. The BKB from Miracle buys so much space and time as Epicenter Burrow into Kaka finds the 2 supports. With no buybacks here from Newbee, it
looks
feels like it's game over.
Yeah, don't think they will be able to do anything. SEC known for never giving up. He wants to keep trying. Oh, we're gonna see a nice 5-man black hole fire meteor hammer. Come on, let's do it. Not that it's gonna do anything at all. He gets a big grab though.
Infest out, one dead, mind control gone, Matul man about to fall as well. This is a lot of damage coming out of Newbee. Nice team fight win for them if they can catch and chase for more. Kuroki will be another collateral kill here.
He will never give up. He will try to win until the very end. That was a very nice 4-man grab with the Aghanims there. But in the end, they did lose their mega creeps. So Radiant with a very solid advantage right now. EA even moonsharding up, still has lots of money to spend. Going with a Doomstick. Fire and blood. Be able to pretty much anyone. If they can break Storm's Lincoln, definitely destroy him. Even without breaking the link, I can just use the nullify break and silence him.
Yeah, damn right. Newbee against Mega Creeps. Well,
we've seen a win against Megas before.
Secret today against VP, but they had a lone druid.
They did have a lone druid. They had a little bit, you know, they had a few more outs than we're seeing here on Newbee. Their lineup not really itemized towards dealing with Mega Creeps, not really drafted to deal with Mega Creeps. You have no Battle Fury on Lifesteal or anything like that.
No Maelstrom on your Bane.
Yeah, should have got with the times, you know. Battle Fury, man. Yeah. You're a melee hero, are you not?
Absolutely. The Battle Fury going. Mugi tries to clear out creeps one by one, hitting them and hitting them and hitting them.
It's a lot of work.
The most tedious job ever is clearing out these Mega Creeps.
Sure, for sure.
Liquid, Eon Disc on Sand King, on Ancient Apparition. They've got some real great ways to turn around and disrupt the teamfight combos of Newbee here with their support.
Coddle had one queued up as well, but he's going for the Eat Blade instead. Mana leaking mid, just gonna bother Kaka a little bit. He Yules himself. Fight is gonna happen mid. Kind of backing out.
Kuro spotted.
Kuro is running in, but again, he has an Aeon Disc. You don't want to all in on him and then end up not being able to kill him even.
The gem coming in, mind control. Finally spots Coddle. The Observer Ward. They found a pick on Coddle. Good start.
Yeah, and that might be the end of that fight as well. I don't know if Liquid want to really fight 4v5. Feels like one of the few ways they could lose this game is by doing a dumb decision here. So, Newbee, they stay in it.
For now.
For now. They're still... Never count them out.
Maelstrom Storm. We're doing it.
Of course.
Lightning, boys.
They need some ways to clear the creep. I believe more of their heroes need to start itemizing towards it as well. Would love to see the Bane going with that.
Get the Maelstrom out. Sure. That's freaking go. So, Newbee. There's real dire straits for them. Liquid just waiting out for the Roshan to respawn. Get that next Aegis, as Kaka does.
Yeah, he spotted him, and they have... The storm is pointing in that direction, but jumping quite yet. Maybe they go mid even. Around that.
Everyone's buying nullifiers now. We've got one on TA, one being built by Lifestealer. The Dragonite's trying to finish off one as well.
Yeah.
Storm does zip forward. They've caught Miracle's Templar Assassin, but a good burst strike makes just a... No, never mind. There's no saving. There's no saving. Great impale from Kaka, manages to keep the fight going the way of Newbee as they chase Kuroki now, trying to find the kill on the Ancient Apparition. A few more hits will do the job, but SC. Lincoln's pop now, the epicenter wound up, will force the suicide.
Takes his life.
Has the TP away. Good Forest Strike continuation gets the Bane, but that should be the end of that once he dies on.
Buyback from Miracle here, wants to end it right now. Not sure that I'm a massive fan of the buyback since Storm is respawning quite quickly, but I guess they're gonna get the Aegis during this time. And with the Aegis on TA, they worry about the buyback being down. There's also a refresher, so PK could take that and have his ulti again. And they just go immediately.
Red numbers everywhere.
Love going. What a lovely item.
What do we have here? Cheese, Refresher, DK. Miracle, of course, after that buyback just now. Bane does have a buyback to come back into this, and I think we'll bring up that tab for now. See what's going on, because KP is still on cooldown for a little bit. 270 gold off it, but they're losing tier 4s as these Mega Creeps are just clearing through the dire base. Newbee still struggling to deal with the natural creep push coming in, but it's Vortex onto 2 here as SE gets burst struck up with Moogie as well. Nice GA from KP, but the Ice Blast should secure this game from Kuroki as the refresher of Matulman allows another dragon to arrive onto the scene. No buyback from Moogie, a buyback from MC will come back with a Sand King and a sick burst strike in.
Everyone just melting.
One, but it's Newbee dead, and deader as the Vortex will be the last thing they do.
Yeah, he gets the black hole. Well, the Nullfire really coming in clutch towards the end there. It even purges off the GA, so very nice way to go through the safety provided by the Angel. However,